NXT kicked off a busy 2 days of PLE action for WWE on Saturday, hitting the Peacock Airways for the Great American Bash with a lot of big matches on the card, including Obafemi facing Yukishi Inamura for the NXT Championship and Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe taking on Fatal Influence. But we start things off with the winner of LFG Season 1, Jasper Troy, wrestling his most important match today against Siobhan Everton, the number one contender match for the NXT title. A very fun David and Goliath saw Troy toss Evans around the ring, overpowering and pushing his smaller opponent for the majority bout. Like that epic though, it was Evans who was able to outlast the Giant, even overcoming a rib injury. To stack the Rubik's big man up and score the roll-up victory. It'll be interesting to see if this feud continues, especially with the attempt appearing to be a statement maker for Troy. But for now, fans of Evans should be more than excited about him securing a big PLE win and remaining a legitimate contender for the brand. And yeah, I'm very intrigued to see what will happen when he takes on Femi. So yeah, 6 out of 10. Before we got the Women's North American Championship match with Sol Rooker taking on Izzy Dame. Despite a tremendous showing for the Cullings Izzy Dame in her first major singles match on the PLE card, Rooker successfully retained her NXT Women's North American Championship in the first women's match of the weekend. A match that was better than expected, not only highlighted Rooker's impressive improvements between the rows, but also gave fans a look at what they can expect from Dame moving forward. The heel never looked out of place, turning in a great performance that should have fans and management alike excited about her prospects. Rooker retaining, continuing to build her resume as a belt collector is far from a bad idea and will only help her move from NXT to the main roster more seamlessly. So yeah, 6 out of 10. We then moved on to the North American Championship match as All Ego took on Ricky Starks and anything goes full counts anywhere match. A wild chaotic brawl spilled from ring to the stands into the backstage area and back to the arena before it reached a crescendo on the Great American Bash stage. There, a battered and bruised Starks utilised the official as a base for his Tornado DDT on Page, but All Ego kicked out at 2. The champ recovered, hoisted Saints overhead and delivered Ego's edge off the stage and through 2 floors of the table. A few seconds later, he was retaining the title. Some will take exceptions to Saints losing here. Still, I think Page needed this win. Saints will get over this though, and he will definitely be a contender for a top title soon. And this match was a ton of fun. A few quality spots, etc., etc. I thought it looked really good, and yeah, gets a 7 out of 10 from me. The TNA Championship will be defended in a triple threat match at Slammiversary when Trick Williams defends his title against Mike Santana and Joe Hendry. Saturday afternoon they signed a contract. All three said their place in hyping up the main event of the show, with Williams showing the title that had become him, as made him become an effective heel. Tired of the NXT superstar, they put him through the table. After the segment, Dark State appeared and laid out challenges while Williams watched them around. It was quite a segment in which nothing was advanced and, kind of just felt there to get them on the show. Before we got Obafemi facing one of the toughest challenges of his reign, taking on Yukishi Inamura. The Japanese-born competitor took the fight to Femi, matching his physicality, strength and fury, and nearly defeating him. Later in the match, Briggs attempted to take advantage of the ref bump, catching the champ on the back of the head with his title. Inamura wanted nothing to do with winning that way and denounced his partner's interference. I proved his underdog as Femi delivered fall from grace to win the match and retain his title. A banger, a battle of big men that exceeded expectations and made a star out of Inamura. It passed Big E's test of big meaty men slapping man meat or something like that. And it was a great match, different to Femi's previous defences. It worked well to split up the breakup between Briggs and Inamura, not to mention the rivalry with Femi potentially being reignited. So yeah, this was good stuff. 7 out of 10. As we then got Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe taking on Fatal Influence. And yeah, there was no denying that Jane Henley and Nick's stranglehold in the women's division was in danger. Grace and Monroe overcame a strong effort from Jane and Henley and benefited from Masha Sandwich appearing and offsetting interference from Nick's to pick up the win. Monroe scored the win on Jane at a point that the commentary team made very clear that she could get a title opportunity and potentially to tension with Grace as well. One thing is for sure, Monroe shined through her own ring work, and that can make her a better heel, but she can work as either. So yeah, this gets a 6 out of 10 from me. A decent main event and I'm very intrigued to see where it goes. And overall, Great American Bash gets a 6 out of 10. A lot of fun, provided some very good moments, some decent matches on there as well. A banger between Femi and Inamura, and a very intriguing main event as well. So yeah, on the whole, I thought this was a decent show, even if it was hastily put together to kind of counter obviously All In. But on the whole, I thought it was pretty good. 6 out of 10.
That's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.